I don't know what to do. Heed the call. Do I play it safe and stay behind, knowing what I face? Please tell me what to do. Heed the call. Rise above it all. You must fly into the fire. Whoa, here I am, running towards my final destiny. Though it may seem too much to bear, standing tall, even though the weight is crushing me. I will not stop until I'm there.
Welcome everyone to 2017 blade&soul World Championships 2017. We're going to be here once again finishing off day 4, which is the quarterfinals. We're almost there to the very end of the finish, and we're going to be looking at last 4 teams to make sure we're going to have the finest 2 teams make it up to the semifinals for tomorrow. We already have 2 teams already making up, so we're going to have the last 4 teams duke it out to see who's going to get the last 2 teams. My name is Joe Sophie once again, bringing you the action with Ending Life as always. We're back here for the last 2 matches, best of 7, to see who's the last 2 teams to go forth.
Yeah, so now we are left with 2 teams, and 2 more teams are gonna get eliminated after today, after this round. And we, for the first match, you'll probably see it on screen soon. But we have PengGanDi from Taiwan versus IDEPS from Korea for the first match, best of 7. And for the second match, we'll have Sky from China versus RMB Gaming from Russia. So I just mentioned 4 teams. 2 will be eliminated, so a total of 4 teams are being eliminated today.
Yes, we already have 2 teams that have been eliminated already with NA's Guardian and EU's XDDDD. Last time we will pronounce the entirety of that name. And they have been the Western representations, the only hopefuls left remaining in this quarterfinals, but they could not go over that hurdle and make it to the semifinals as they have been eliminated already as the 2 teams. The other 2 teams will come from these 2 matches to follow. But as you know, the only region that still has no eliminated team is Korea, still with all 3 seeds still left remaining in this tournament. And GC Busan Blue and Red have already even advanced to the semifinals, with IDEPS now trying their chances to become that 3rd seed going into the semifinals. Making the 3 Korean team in the semifinal is what IDEPS is hoping for.
Yeah, they are hoping for that, but PengGanDi and from Taiwan are pretty good. In the beginning, I'm gonna be honest that Taiwan, I expected them to go pretty far, but not too far. Not because no bias, but they just had less experience compared to some of these Chinese, Japanese teams and Korean teams. Because now we know all Japanese teams were eliminated pretty early on in the game. But for example, like Noonsang Fan Club, I told you beforehand that I remember seeing them perform pretty well last year. So just the fact that I've seen some of these other regional teams last year, I just expected those teams with experience in the previous years to just come back this year a lot better and just super improved. And unfortunately, a lot of the new regions that are participating for the first time this year are actually better than some of these experienced regions.
I mean, we usually like to say that experience does count in Blade and Soul, as we've seen with the success of some of the Korean teams out there, but definitely you saw the newer region, especially really the burst out of the NA and the EU regions participating for the very first time in this World Championship. They've been doing a lot better than we had initially expected out of them. But all in all, you really can't just directly say that experience does lead you to a victory, as you know, it is a case-by-case situation. We've seen that really that logic falter at times, and we're gonna really see these 4 teams duke it out. One last chance for them to stay in this tournament, advance right onto the semifinals. All they have to do is just win one more game now, one more series. We'll do it for these guys, and gonna go right onto this matches as soon as we are ready.
Yep, and let's hope. You know, every time we come back from a long break, we did have a little bit of computer setting issues sometimes and technical difficulties, but let's hope this time around that we can smoothly move on along. And you know, I just want to say for the first match and the second match, PengGanDi is the loser of the winners bracket, and IDEPS was actually in the losers bracket, but they have won and made it up here to give themselves a second chance. And now on screen we do have PengGanDi on screen from Taiwan.
We're gonna see Lin Xiang doing pretty well. Su Xingsheng also is there, and with Tang Shi on the destroyer. Yep, we know these guys, very familiar with them now since we have seen them for many times throughout these 3 days. Now the 4th day that we are in now, but see those records up there. They have won most of the games, but they did lose to the very strong GC Busan Red 6-3, which has got them right in this position to face up against IDEPS for their last hope in this really the semifinals. Qualification is what they're under, and it's really unfair to see that they've won so many games. They only lost 1, and now they're in this position that if they lose 1 more, it seems like they're going to be eliminated. But not many losses are taken before you can be eliminated in this tournament. But same goes to IDEPS. They've lost many games. They've won many games as well, which is why they're back here. They had to win as many as they lost because of these additional matches that follow these losses in the early parts of the group stages. And saw these guys really participating from the very beginning, and they really went through really a roller coaster. You see there 2 losses already, one from the group stages and one from the quarterfinals as well. So all these required extra wins for these guys to be in this position. Now they are here, just 1 step away, making the semifinals and making it a 3 Korean team semifinal, which would be maybe underwhelming for some of the people who are cheering for different regions other than Korea. But otherwise, what it's turning out to be is going to be depending on these players on this best of 7 coming up.
Yeah, and IDEPS is actually one of the teams that are taking advantage of this system, you know, giving them second chances, and you know, they keep going back down to the losers bracket, making it back up and back over and over again. And this is a team to be reckoned with now, because they don't want to lose yet.
They do, and you have to perform one more time in this series for your tournament life at stake. We get to game 1 to see who's going to take the first single point in this best of 7. Stay on. So many cheers for Jung Yoon's side. Here, Yoon Jung-ho. That's the Korean depiction of the name here in Korea. Heard a lot of cheers. Definitely not for Tang Shi. It's not his home ground that he's been working with. The Taiwanese support coming abroad, I'm sure. In this stadium
Blazing
here.
Wall. Yeah, Jung Yoon is starting to use his blazing wall build a little bit more than usual.
We saw that in the last game to get his win earlier in the series. Now, Tang Shi is actually gonna go for the aggressive here.
Ooh,
That's a lot more damage than we expected out of that Wrath and Execution combo right there.
Yeah, but he is out of his escape, so one bad CC from Jung Yoon, he might just die until get wallbanged or something. Oh, there we go with the CC, with the impact pushes.
This might be enough time for him to get on the second knockup. There we go. Just more damage to come. There is so much damage on the Destroyer. The Meteor will be enough to finish him off.
Yeah, the Gust is used right when it comes back from cooldown.
It does heal back some of the health with that.
Oh, but
the
he
wedge
grabbed this time
once
around.
again. Will he get the sun? Does get out of there just in time.
Oh, backstep.
Okay,
So
very,
close,
very
okay.
close. Jung Ho Yoon
Backstep CC.
could be knocked out.
Typhoon!
And just a Typhoon.
A Destroyer beating
Force
Jung Ho
Master.
Yoon's Force Master. This is
That is huge because we talked to the NA people back over having that break.
Yeah, and I haven't seen him smile throughout the whole tournament.
Yeah, I was talking to the players from Guardian. I was talking to Vape in particular, and he was talking about the matchup of him also playing the Destroyer. That it really has a hard time against Force Master just because of the recent changes that it had with the interaction with the skills that used to work from the Destroyer against the Force Master. It just doesn't do the same effect anymore, and there's just a lot less ways where Destroyer can get an advantage over the Force Master. Was his observation on that pick, but don't you find some way to just carve down Jung Ho Yoon one by one. The last bit of wedge onto the stun. It's a lot of damage that initially finished him off, and ending it with a Typhoon near the end.
That was just well, good play. That was definitely, he definitely deserves
There you go.
the win. And yes, we do have some EU and NA players watching in the audience. See,
those are the players I did talk with regarding that information, and Vape holds credit to that, but Vape, you were proven wrong. Destroyer does defeat a Force Master, and he did defeat the best Force Master out there. So Jung Ho Yoon, shell-shocked. You can definitely see that in his expression about how he lost that matchup. Thought it was a sure win for him, but going on to game 2 now, IDEPS really needs to be on their toes to grab as many points from here on to make sure they're not farther behind.
yeah, and now for the second match, we have Duggan Kang on the Blade Master and Hu Sing Chang on the Assassin. And you know, I'm not gonna even say anything about the matchups anymore because Tae Hong-soo beating Jung Ho Yoon.
Yeah,
It's, you know, just the matchup and the way Jung Ho Yoon plays Force Master. I didn't expect it, to be honest, but now anything is possible, really.
we didn't feel like it was worth mentioning really about game 2. We're gonna mention nothing about our speculation about what the matchup will be, but it's gonna be the two classes flashing it out for game 2. Stay on. Move right along with game 2 between PengGanDi and IDEPS. Su Ching Shang on the Assassin with Duggan Kang on the Blade Dancer.
And we have seen actually Sky's Jaifu Chen's Blade Dancer perform pretty well.
Oh yeah.
And now we have Duggan Kang, a Korean Blade Master. Let's see if he's able to show us some quality Blade Dancer plays.
Go right there. Duggan Kang.
Right.
Just the initial strike off that Phantom Grip. Now gets him into the air. The secondary will come. Will he go for the lightning joy? Oh, doesn't go for it, and he gets out actually. Chang with the retreat. Yeah.
Ooh, but another knockdown. There we go with the
Lightning draw doesn't connect too much of that, so would have gotten a lot more value out of that after that initial combo in the air.
But the Assassin still has his escape now. Finally used his Lotus of Escape.
Yeah, it still has a stealth though. That's gonna be crucial for Xing Shang if they falls into any more danger.
Okay, backsteps out of that landmine.
So landmine doesn't connect there. Knockdown does not occur.
Oh, Shadow Slash. Oh, the back roll chase didn't actually work on Duggan Kang, unfortunately.
Okay, now he's gonna go up, and another stun coming through.
Oh, he just got...
The stun did come through, and Duggan Kang just found this position. Got that Phantom Grip back on for additional damage there. Does force out the stealth already, and another retreat.
Oh, the tab escape knockdown started that.
Definitely enough lightning draw off of that stealth. Gonna be huge amounts of damage that once you can't escape from it, it will be a forever death towards the Assassin. He feels it right there for IDEPS, picking up one more point. Back towards them. Gonna be even at 1-1 now going to this game 3.
Yeah, and you know, at the end, Duggan Kang's escape, knocking down the Assassin, just gave him the edge at the end because he was out. The Assassin was out of stealth and Lotus of Escape, and we're probably gonna see that in this replay right now.
So Xing Shang really didn't have an edge over Duggan Kang for any part of this game.
Yeah, so right here,
Didn't show it, but
Yeah, it skipped over a little bit.
stun that got rid of that stealth was the big one there.
Yeah. Well, either way, now it is tied up 1-1, and we are moving on to our set 3, which is worth 2 points, and it is best out of 7, and the loser of this match is going to be eliminated.
So it's very important for both of these teams to keep focused.
Yeah.
None of these teams are completely out of it yet. It's completely even at 1-1. Now you see, we saw Shu over there still on the camera, still smiling a bit by bit, still having the enjoyment.
I can
over
understand.
Over that win.
Yeah.
Over Jung-Woo-Yoon in game 1, so still feeling it. He's going to have to bring that excitement, though, over to this tag match here. I mean, his team desperately needs a victory here to get a good momentum going for his team, while his IDEPS, after getting a game back to themselves, should have the momentum a little bit shifted towards them back again. Being the Korean team, I think they would even consider themselves favorites over any other region, thinking that they are the strongest region in this tournament.
Yeah.
I'm sure they are thinking that to their head. Realizing it's a different story, and it requires definitely a different sort of effort.
And showing it to us in result is also going to matter.
We're going to go into game 3 to a realization of effort. Whether they can get a win right here, PengGanDi versus IDEPS, game 3. Right your way. Let's get on. So much cheer for IDEPS, and it's almost unfair now that there are no vocal cheers for the side of PengGanDi.
Yeah.
It's understandable why that is so, being the home turf for IDEPS that it is, being in Korea. But on our hearts, we're also cheering for PengGanDi to have a equal amount of cheers going towards both sides now.
And now we have both of these assassins trading their stealth and put down the flower. All right.
Lotus is put down on both sides. Who will go for the initiate? The bombard is being
Kim is the first to use the escape, but right after followed by Xingxiang.
The only difference is that Kim has to retreat, but it's a very minor difference. Does get him into the air with the Warlock now. See the shackle, but Jung-Woo-Yoon is going to freeze himself up along with his ally Kim.
Yeah, that is what Jung-Woo-Yoon is good at, coming in with the interfere to save his teammates.
It's definitely textbook at this point. Everybody knows that formula. Gets him into another stun though. Kim taking a lot of damage, forces out the interfere coming from Dungin Kang. Jung-Woo-Yoon now is going to come in off that tag. Kim felt a lot of danger, it seemed, and there was nothing that he was trading back towards him. So Lin Xiang is going to appear back on the field. First appearance for this guy in this game 3.
Yeah, and Kim actually, made his teammates, Dungin Kang and Jung-Woo-Yoon, interfere in for a defensive interfere because he was in a pinch twice in a row. Maybe Kim isn't having his best day.
Oh no.
Maybe that long break actually brought his tension down a little bit.
He was doing good for the first part of the broadcast.
Yeah.
And
oh, let's see him. Tags out.
Tags
but
out.
that continuation damage.
Jung-Woo-Yoon is a beast, by the way. If you guys haven't known,
jeez,
he knocks off literally 1 player and a half worth of damage in just one go, just by himself. That is a lot of damage.
Yeah, Dungin Kang coming in.
Lightning draw coming in from Dungin Kang right there, off the interfere. He's good enough to knock off Xingxiang.
All right, they're trying to make up for the defensive interferes they had to use.
Oh man, the meteor coming through.
Wow.
Now Tongshu still feeling it after getting that win over Jung-Woo-Yoon in game 1. He does not back out, just wants to go forward, and maybe found out to figure the formula to beat out Jung-Woo-Yoon, and now Jung-Woo-Yoon feels threatened enough that he does go out with a tag. Dungin Kang doesn't feel the same. He just wants to go right back at him and show him who's boss.
Reactionary 2v2. Jung-Woo-Yoon is coming,
Jung-Woo-Yoon
doing a lot of damage.
He is, and really Jung-Woo-Yoon, I would just reckon he just stay out of the field and just go for this interference and kill everyone. Probably the good plan to go
out, but he's taking so much damage that he is
Xiang.
knocked out by Kim.
Lin Xiang is going to be out immediately. Tongshu is the last man remaining with the Destroyer. 1v3. We usually like to say it is very unlikely. You can expect surprises, but other than that, the lightning draw coming through.
Oh, that's
some damage. Ooh.
Hong-Soo is on fire today.
I mean, he can just literally play 1v3 all game. He might have similar results.
Wow. Well, now on the side of IDEPS, only Doug and Kang has that one interfere left, and there's still 3 minutes and 40 seconds until they get it. So, you know, Hong-Soo isn't in that much of a pinch as long as he could just keep constantly winning a 1v1.
Just the way he's playing, though, doesn't feel like he even realized that he was the only man out. He's just like, yeah, my teammates are alive somewhere.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to keep fighting, and no one's going to tag in when I die. So finally, at least he realizes that his team is done for, and PengGanDi's going to be down 3-1.
Yep.
Going to be a crucial scoreline to see whether they can mentally recover from that loss. See, right there, you saw that expression on his face. Oh, there was no my teammate. My teammates weren't there. Yeah. That was it. That was the expression I saw.
Yeah, I was playing 1v3, guys.
Oh, man. So that was Hong-Soo right there. Doing a good job, though. Definitely from game 1, beating a Jungwon, which was almost an impossible feat. I initially thought with the destroyer, but it makes it a possibility when he did get that win. Game 3, he did pretty well with his other 2 teammates dying out so early. All for that damage coming in from Jungwon. Really, what are you supposed to do?
Yeah, and
look at that.
Yep.
The wall barely got out.
Yeah, but anyways, you know, I hope PengGanDi can, you know, they're not out. It's just the set 3, so they can just, you know, wipe the slate clean and come back. We will be going into, you know, set 4 and 5, which are singles again, and you know, they can come back slowly, maybe tie it up and go back into the tags, you know, with a new mind, with a fresh. How do I say this? You know, with the fresher mind, and you know, not be tilted.
Sure. It's a fresh new start for these guys, and there you go. One of the players. What's his name? I feel like I've seen him before in Korea.
Yes, he.
Come on, Andy. You have all the answers for me. Oh man, this is gonna bother us all day.
Just let me think about it a little bit. But anyway, I'll think about it. But
please let me know when you remember.
But he seems like he was in a suit, which means maybe he, you know, found a new job or something, and you know, after his work finished, he came by.
Yeah,
maybe, I don't know.
I mean, but he definitely did play in one of the Korea seasons.
Yeah,
I definitely remember him with those glasses.
Yep,
that goofy face he likes to always make with that expression.
Yeah,
we do remember him, but it's gonna be Lin Xiang.
Yep.
Trying to make a redemption for his team after going down 3-1. It's going to be up against Sang Kim on the Assassin now.
Yep, and it's going to be very interesting. Lin Xiang is first time coming out. Same for Sang Kim in this round. So we'll see the last 2 players on each side coming out for singles. The music has changed. We'll be going into set 4. Let's get it on.
Here we go. PengGanDi, IDEPS. It's Taiwan versus Korea. Currently it's 3-1 towards IDEPS with Sang Kim. Now trying to make it 4-1 with Lin Xiang.
Yep.
Probably trying to get a point back for the team. Not just in terms of scoreline, but just to get the momentum back on their favor.
Yeah. And the confidence as well.
Really important here.
Yeah, because Tang Hong-Soo was very confident. He looked very happy beating Jungwon, and now losing this third set might have brought down the adrenaline and the tension a little bit. So, you know, they might want to try their best to get the singles back, to get their confidence back.
It's really up to Lin Xiang to get that done, as mentioned ending. All about Sang Kim. He defeated. He's trying to go for the familiar, but it's basically out of cooldown anyway.
Yeah.
The duration has run out, so kind of a waste of damage from Sang Kim.
Okay. So he actually walked into the ice mine. I don't know why he did that. Yeah, but he's gonna get chased and be forced to use the second wind.
Lin Xiang don't want to be out of those escapes for many opportunities as you can. Now knowing this, Sang Kim's gonna go in pretty aggressively.
But he is chained into the aerial.
Shackle into the time distortion. Gotta get the second wind back.
That was kind of a weird way to use that time distortion.
Okay, now this is going to be the damage coming in secondary. Stealth will have to be used to get out of there.
And Sang Kim is out of both escapes for the next 28 seconds. That's a long time for Lin Xiang to make his move. There we
really
go.
does, and that's gonna be a lot of damage. First series going through, but that's gonna be a counter damage now onto that stun for Sang Kim. Lin Si-young taking a little bit of damage before it does get out of there with the second win once again. Sanctum is put down with a decoy now. Sang Kim just trying to go for the damage here.
Yep, and the Iceman, he's gonna try to wait for that Sanctum to go away real quick.
There you go. Melt it, and it's gonna go for additional damage. Stun coming up. There's no second win to get him out of there. I think he uses a body swap if he wants to. Lin Si-young. Okay, tries for the poison breath, doesn't connect that time around.
There we go with the body swap.
Yeah, he has to. In 5 seconds, he has to somehow stall to get the second win back. If he does fall into any more danger, it will be very dangerous for him. Second win is available, so another stun will probably initiate the second win right away.
And 25 seconds for Sang Kim once again. A very long time for Lin Si-young to make a move. And there's only 35 seconds left of this match.
Definitely, if we do go to TKO, it would most likely be Lin Si-young losing out. So much damage being dealt by Sang Kim already. You should say that Assassin does have the edge when it comes to TKO damage charts.
Oh. It just seems like Lin Si-young can't find an opening to initiate.
He's just basically invisible the whole time, so really tough for Lin Si-young to get that
10
done.
seconds left.
He has to go for it. He does have the second win, so he can go in a little bit aggressively without worrying about dying off.
Yeah, Sang Kim definitely knows he has
He
the
just
upper
wants to
hand.
stall out the time, really, and that cheeky way for Sang Kim to get the finish here. He knows. He knows he's definitely got the win with the HP difference. He knows that even the Warlock healed up some of that health.
Same goes for Sang Kim, little by little, but you know,
It will most likely go to the Assassin.
Yep.
There you go.
Being the Assassin.
That's a lot of the damage difference
that
right
is
there.
almost double.
Almost double. So it seemed like Lin Si-young healed up a lot, quite a lot, and we did see him on pretty much around 30% health at one point.
Yeah.
And we saw him end at about 55% maybe. But just all together, we know that the Warlock has a little more heal potential than the Assassin does. Assassin is a little bit minor when it comes to those healings. Altogether, Assassin does win out in the TKOs usually anyway. So
Yeah, but you know, considering the Warlock is also very strong, it's just that, you know, I mentioned in the middle that it just seems like Lin Si-young can't find an opening to initiate even when Sang Kim was out of both escapes. There was 2 times at least that I recall that Sang Kim had at least 25 seconds until he got either stealth or Lotus of Escape back, but Lin Si-young was unable to initiate because Sang Kim was in stealth like you mentioned.
He was invisible.
Or he was actually playing it very aggressive, landing CC, so Lin Si-young didn't have a chance to make his move.
Sang Kim played that mind game really perfectly there.
Yep.
Against Lin Si-young, and just another point going over to IDEPS, making it 4-1, getting it closer to an almost all Korean semifinal. I don't know how many people think about what the difference is at. You know, we had those many in the past where, you know, Korean region has dominated the brackets when it comes to World Championships, especially the later rounds. I personally wanted to see more variety when it comes to the semifinals and the later rounds, hoping that other regions can really show for themselves what they're made of. Seems like right now, IDEPS with a comfortable lead might be able to make it a 3 Korean semifinals starting tomorrow.
Yeah, and now we will have an Assassin versus Force Master. And Jung Ho-yoon losing to that Destroyer probably wants to come out and, you know, just redeem himself to maybe take a win for the singles. And now we are going into our 5th match. Let's get it on.
It's going to be Su Shang on the Assassin versus the I eat assassin for breakfast. Force Master Jung Ho-yoon.
Yep.
I mean, he really likes to face against Assassin just because of the reason that he barely loses against them.
Yeah. We'll have to see what happens because he may be tilted from losing to that Destroyer.
I mean, the Lotus Escape has already been forced out.
Yep.
Gets him onto the Fanager. Wonder if he's going to use his stealth out of this.
Nope, he'll probably try to save it as long as possible to stagger his escapes, but he is playing super aggressive, and that second win knocking back with the back roll chase,
Finally, uses that
making
stealth.
him use that stealth. Yeah.
So, Su Shang wanted to go in aggressively to poke out some damage and force out as many escapes away from Jung Ho-yoon as he can. He did get the second wind out, but other than that, he just took so many of his own escapes out that Now he's in a little bit of trouble. That Jung-Yoon, if he does find the opening, he's gonna go for it all.
Alright, stun lands, forcing him to use the backstep escape. Not bad, not bad. He got his Lotus of Escape back.
Yeah, second wind is coming back now for Jung-Yoon. With stealth being available now. Okay, he's just going aggressively though. He does move forward now. Frost burst. Yeah, Frost burst to come up. Jung-Yoon now trying
with the Inferno landing.
Meteor doesn't really land as much as he needs. Go for the Phantom Grip now. Goes for the stealth. Even the Lotus Escape has been procced. So a lot of escape being used at one time.
Second wind, the knockback does not happen, but the back roll chase does!
The wall bang starting now. You see him just bouncing back and forth from the wall. Jung-Yoon makes it happen once again. This time in a success, getting the win after losing out of game 1. He does pick up one more point for IDEPS, and now it is a comfortable lead. The Korean side at 5-1.
Yep, 5-1, and we will be moving on to set 6. And you know, starting now, it's all tag matches. And if PengGanDi wants to stay in this tournament, they have to win both.
And that is true, and we always talk about whether IDEPS is ready to go when it comes to these games, and really due to their condition of whether they're gonna lose out or get a very nice win. Just seems like this time it's a pretty strong side of PengGanDi, really making it look easy for IDEPS. And you see on the sign, let's go to the finals, is what IDEPS is wanting from this fan. Really just talking about, you know, IDEPS. There are some fans out there because these players have been around for a very long time, and they've been cheering for this team to find a lot of success. They found the most success most recently with the Korea finals and also the wild cards, having to beat out Kurita to be in this position. But now they're here. These fans really would like them to go one step further, go on to the semifinal, to hopefully make it to the grand final stage starting next Friday.
And PengGanDi only having that one win from Tae-Hong-soo, the Destroyer. I'm pretty sure Tae-Hong-soo is starting to feel a little disappointed because yes, he was able to bring that one win against Jung-Yoon, and you know, ever since that win, they have been on the downfall, all losing the matches, and now this may be their last match in Worlds.
We're gonna see if that is the case, because PengGanDi, they need to win out every single match from here on, stay and win out in this quarterfinals. We're gonna find out whether they can do it against IDEPS. Let's get it on. What potentially could be the last match between Taiwan's PengGanDi versus Republic of Korea IDEPS. On the screen here, Su Ching versus Sang Kim. Assassin mirror match. Getting us off. Already heaps of escapes being used by Xingshang, with only stealth just being procced by Sang Kim.
Yep, and defensive interference already coming in from PengGanDi's side. Nothing too much actually has happened or pushed Sang Kim to the corner yet.
And really lovely to have a Warlock on your team when you just used every escape you have in the first 5 seconds, but get it right back with a lovely teammate of Warlock coming with that interfere with the time distortion.
There you go, Sang Kim making his move as well.
Yeah,
this round seems pretty fast paced right now. They want to get it over with, it seems like.
Let's see, stealth coming back right for Sang Kim. Still has a Lotus Escape on cooldown for the next 22 seconds or so.
Yep, 50 seconds until that force tag, and they are taking their time.
Xingshang finding a little bit of heal under that fog. Let's see.
Fog of heal.
Yeah, it's a fog of heal for the assassin. That is one of their main sources of healing. Let's see how they're gonna move forward with this now. They all have their escapes back, both actually for both players.
Mind games right
Sang
there.
Kim, stealth, out of there. Landmine is planted, but Xingshang not really interested in going forward with this. Lotus has been put down. Look at it, just
They were both doing that ninja stuff decoy right there. Ooh.
Xingshang's gonna get the better of this. Webbing into the landmine being planted.
Yeah, 5
Gonna
seconds
pop
for
it.
the force tag as well.
Knockdown does happen. I think the teammates are just kind of standing still. They just want this force tag to happen and get everything over with. And that's gonna be the Warlocks having their own mirror match. Lin Xiang going up against Oh, it's going to be actually Dougie Kang on the Blade Dancer.
Yep.
Apologize.
All right. Lindsay Yang with the familiar out. He wants to make a move, but Dougie Kang is keeping his distance. There we go with the familiar launching in.
Now Dougie Kang is in that time distortion zone. Trying to get the Sanctum up. See what that leads to. Yeah. A lot of poke damage. Forces Jungwoo to come out immediately to help out his teammate.
All right. Once again, Lindsay Yang keeping his distance. Another blade landing, forcing that escape.
Another interfere coming in. This time for Sao Kim. Trying to defend his teammate. In the end, Dougie Kang literally just takes a lot of damage. You have to use attack point to get out of there, so not the best of appearances for the side of IDEPS.
Yeah, their health bar is pretty low right now. Sang Kim and Dougie Kang.
Jungwoo trying to make a difference in that, trying to put the meteor down onto Xingshang.
If PengGanDi is not ready to be eliminated yet.
Oh, the stun comes up crucially. Give me the backstep. Coming in from Jungwoo.
All right, Dougie Kang puts him in the air.
But really not going to be much of a follow-up. Jungwoo still down.
Oh,
Jungwoo! It's going to be a first man out. And this is the formula we are all aware of. Knock off Jungwoo as the first man down for IDEPS, and you will win the tag.
Yeah.
We'll see if this formula leads to the expected answer once again.
Wow. Phantom grips. Justice used to escape. That Phantom grip pulls him in.
Oh, shoot. Now fighting.
Ooh,
He's feeling the confidence
back row
now.
chase into the aerial.
Yeah, he's definitely feeling it now. After killing off Jungwoo, he now knows the huge amount of advantage that they have.
Offensive interfere.
There you go. I'm telling you. This is what I'm talking about. Sao Kim is going to go out in order very soon enough. But wow, you see that Jungwoo out, IDEPS just collapses.
All right. Yeah, that formula may be true. Wow. It's just PengGanDi wasn't ready to be eliminated yet.
Definitely not. And 6 minutes left remaining, but they definitely won't need all that before even the 6-minute mark comes through. They do knock off Sao Kim and still stay alive in this World Championship 2017. And they're still up for grabs in this last match, deciding it all for both teams. You see Tang Longshi, really the guy. He's really taking the mentality role for this team and leading his team to a brighter mindset. They still can do this.
Yeah, and right now the scoreboard is 5-3, and set 7 being worth 3 points. If PengGanDi is able to win another tag, they will actually be moving up into the semifinals and eliminating IDEPS from Korea.
I mean, whenever we do have a Game 7 situation ending, it's really just all even. Scoreline doesn't matter anymore. Just one game to decide it all between the two teams. Really gonna be PengGanDi's last chance, and a very good chance indeed after getting such a good win of that Game 6, and look to do that again. Maybe that Jungwoo killed off first formula. They can maintain to do that again. Pretty sure they can have a real good chance of making it to the semifinals and knocking off IDEPS, as you say, off of this quarterfinals and out of the World Championship. So PengGanDi really wants it. They're still representing Taiwan. They really want to make their region proud. Do so. I'm sure they were really thinking of nothing other than a win.
Yeah.
And to get to the semifinals.
Yeah, and you know, to be honest, Dougie Kang and Sang Kim took so much damage early on in the game that, you know, usually we have Jungwoo Yoon on the bench for the interferes, but he had to come out because Dougie Kang and Sang Kim were around like 30% health, and that forced Jungwoo Yoon to come out, and they were unable to save him when he was in the pinch.
We're gonna go on to the last match between Taiwan's PengGanDi and IDEPS from Korea to see who's gonna make it to the semifinals and who will be eliminated. Let's get on. This will indeed be the last and the most important match for these guys in this World Championships. It's whether you will make it to the semifinals or it's whether you're going to be eliminated and go right back home. For IDEPS, not a big deal to go home. It's only a taxi drive away, but all in all, more important for these guys to keep their dreams alive, being that world champion. They're very close to getting that done. And semifinals will be very valuable for both of these teams.
Yeah, they have both traded Lotus of Escape so far. And you know, this Taiwanese assassin is actually putting up a fight against Sang Kim right now.
But as you mentioned, that Xingsheng is taking the more of the damage when it comes to the actual visuals. Looking at, but stealth is procced. There's going to be a chance for Xingsheng to go through. Now Duggan Kang comes in just in case. A dangerous combo does go to Sound Kim. Sound Kim will continue on with this. Doesn't go for it yet.
Oh, but that landmine connects, forcing that stealth out of Xingsheng.
Okay, now Sound Kim will get that Lotus of Escape back. He's going to plant it right there. He's going to go back to it once the danger situation does come forth. Stealth is back for Sound Kim, 7 seconds. Whereas Xingsheng only has a Lotus Escape, viable source of escape.
Alright, the decoy is brought. Alright, Sound Kim stealth is out.
Okay, now it's going to be Xingsheng. He's going to go aggressive on it. He does have the Lotus Escape. The retreat is being procced.
Okay.
Hold the breath coming in. Going to be the reaction 2v2 now. What's going to be made of this? The Destroyer just putting down the iron plating. Make sure no damage comes forth. Whereas Jung Woo-yoon also freezes his ally to do the same effect. Force tag. Chase. It's not going to be happening on the other side. Does end up backstep though from Jung Woo-yoon. So one escape gone. Can he get the second wind out though? It's going to be the big question here.
So they are keeping his distance.
Xiang, he's done pretty well over the tournament, but not necessarily in this series. More about Deng Xingsheng really
Right,
doing the work here, but
another re-knock up.
Jung Woo-yoon still has that escape, but taking
Jung
too
Woo-yoon.
much damage though. That's a double knockdown coming in for the side of Lin Xiang. Very successful rate where Sao Kim came in for an interfere, but couldn't get anything done. He just knocked down as soon as he came in.
The resource points are pretty even right now, but you know,
HP
the
bars.
health bar is not even at all. IDEPS is having a hard time. This is the last match.
I just really need to remind themselves of how important this match is, that they're just going home if they don't make a win out of this. Doesn't matter how well you've done in the singles and all the tags that you've accumulated. It's all about this last match here.
Yep, and Sang Kim is tagged in. Not too much health right now compared to, you know, PengGanDi's any player.
It seems like Jung Woo-yoon is the second in line. I think Duggan Kang should come up that priority just in case Sang Kim does make the decision to tag out.
Sang Kim is moving, but is out of both escapes, and they do decide to tag out to Hong Seo.
Hong Seo has been successful bringing his team over to this game 7. Gonna use the gust to get out of there. It's gonna be reaction 2v2 now. Gonna freeze him up. Frost Burst does freeze up Sound Kim, but it's gonna force a tag in to Duggan Kang. Lin Xiang comes in, but the Phantom Grid comes in right away. The chase is successful. Duggan Kang, what is he gonna make of this? Let's pull him down, but force out a defensive interfere from Tong Hong-seo.
He's running away to keep that distance.
Yeah, definitely. And Tong Hong-seo just last interfere point being used by him.
Alright.
Now Kim tag again to get out of the field. One less tag point in terms of IDEPS compared to PengGanDi. Oh, it does use a poke into the air. Will he have the interfere that he needs? Duggan Kang needs to come in. Jung Woo-yoon he's gonna have to try to do something here.
Yeah, good thing that Jung Woo-yoon came in right at the second. That was a fast reaction.
And another series of damage looking to come forward, and that will be good enough to knock off Sound Kim. It isn't Jung Woo-yoon, but it is one man already knocked up for IDEPS, and it hasn't even met the 5-minute mark. So pretty early in this game, might be crucial.
Jung Woo-yoon is healing up, but you know, overall, PengGanDi hasn't taken too much damage.
I mean, they might get it.
Yeah, and Lin Xiang has 3 interferes left still.
I mean, how many players in IDEPS would imagine after winning so many games in this series that it was going to lead down to the last 2 tag matches, and if PengGanDi wins, I think that IDEPS would have definitely not expected that.
Definitely not, and I totally didn't expect such a twist in the end like this.
Definitely a plot twist here. We definitely saw PengGanDi, the entire side, having trouble against every member of IDEPS here, but
Hong Seo coming in, remembering that he has beaten Jung Woo-yoon in the 1v1.
He's not fearing Jung Woo-yoon at all. Just going forward at him. Tong Hong-seo, I mean, he's been a very important psychological mindset. Now, double wall bang coming from Jung Woo-yoon now. Tong Hong-seo gets himself out of there, but that interfere ended up to be of no use.
Yeah.
Just depleting the HP bar out of your own teammate.
Yeah, Jung Yoon is trying to.
And this is why it's important that
Become
Jung
a little
Yoon is not the
offensive.
first man out.
Yeah.
That- Otherwise, you wouldn't see plays like this come forth in a 2v3 situation.
Jung Yoon is
Stun comes out, gets into the knockdown. Duggan comes in to interfere. Has to really. 8 seconds until the force tag coming from Jung Yoon. Duggan Kang will be ready in line to get the damage towards as soon as he tags in. The chase is a possibility here. Wow, the frost burst to make sure no chase happens.
But it actually does happen and forces the reversal out of Duggan Kang.
Not good enough, it seems.
Not good
Another
enough.
tag point.
Yeah.
Duggan Kang, without that tab escape, felt the need to tag back in.
And he knew that Jung Yoon would last at least 30 seconds until they get their interfere points.
I mean, that might be the case, but that was a very quick use of the tag point as soon as he was coming.
Oh, but he is in the air and
This
no
is a
interfere for
danger.
Jung Yoon. And
Jung
it
Yoon
seems like he
really
is
knocked
gone.
off. That is almost all no damage. Jung Yoon freezing on any kind of split damage is what
and
they're
he
trying to
tags
do.
out.
Man, that was very, very close.
Wow. All right, IDEPS is definitely being pushed to the corner.
This is a very dangerous situation for IDEPS because even with the interfere coming in now, points will come back for everyone. Jung Yoon definitely cannot just come in mindlessly here. Could be knocked off in an instant.
And look at all the interfere points on PengGanDi's side.
Look at
A
that.
total of 5.
Lightning draw coming from Duggan Kang. Used to the stealth to get out of there. Not much of a threat though, because when you have both teammates really available at full health, really, it's going to be a huge advantage that PengGanDi is going to try to play with against IDEPS. Now they're definitely on the upper end.
Yeah, definitely. And as long as they don't make mistake after mistake, they will definitely have the victory in their hands.
Even the chase doesn't come forth. The stun does come up after he had tagged in for quite a bit. Persistence has been used. Duggan Kang now just trying to buy timer here.
Throws him in. All right, the back row chase actually doesn't happen.
Oh, the
but
stun comes
and
in.
ramp.
There is no realistic opportunity for the defensive interfere for IDEPS because Jung Yoon could literally lead to an instant double KO. But if you come in wrong on that interfere,
Oh gosh. Yeah, Duggan Kang is busy running away right now from
just buying time.
Yeah.
It really is, and there's nothing for him to do. The shackle coming in.
All right,
in
Jung
the
Yoon
air.
comes in and saves his teammate.
That's really playing with fire right there. Jung Yoon, he had to come in, but he knows how dangerous that is.
Yeah, and 7 seconds until Duggan Kang is forced tagged out.
This is the dangerous situation for IDEPS. He cannot tag out. He can only bring Duggan Kang for defensive effort, interfere. Oh, that is the Jung Yoon, everyone.
Okay.
As if nothing happened, he heals back to 60% health. Completely in the safe zone now.
And Hung Chu has no tag points, so 30 seconds worth of just Jung Yoon and him with the interferes coming in.
I really think Tang really should have kept his cool there, knowing that would have come forth as soon as he came in.
Yep.
So that prediction definitely wasn't fair for the Taiwanese side.
Oh, the knee. All right, Jung Yoon is trying to stay calm, but they definitely need. Oh, the dink! Forcing Jung Yoon to backstep out.
It is a 1 minute mark, and they do get all their interfere points back. But as it stands right now,
Oh, there we go. They're starting with the wallbang. They want to do some damage before this goes down to the TKO.
oh, but the stun coming in. Will he continue on with this damage? He used the second wind to get out of danger. But what I was trying to say earlier is that now there with only 30 seconds left in this game,
Oh,
the
he's shackled.
situation
Jung Yoon
is
knocked
really
out.
weird.
Wow.
Just stalling out this game will lead to a win in PengGanDi, even in the TKO, by a margin. It's going to be about Duggan Kang. He has to finish up with a KO. That's the only way they're going to win.
And yes,
It seems like IDEPS will be knocked off from World 2017, and it seems like PengGanDi, coming from Taiwan, they will be the one going to the semifinals over the Korean team IDEPS, and congratulations to these guys. IDEPS is eliminated from World Championship 2017, and PengGanDi, after being down so much through the early parts of the series, somehow find a way to win 2 tag straight to make it to the semifinals.
Yeah, and we see IDEPS, giving high fives to each other, saying, great job. And, this is teamwork. Yes, even though IDEPS is knocked out. Finally, the first Korean team knocked out of the 3.
That is true.
Yeah, I'm surprised, but very, very big applause to PengGanDi for making this happen.
And a big shout out to that guy sitting right there, Tang Shi, really setting the tone at game 1. winning out the Force Master battle with a Destroyer. That is something unheard of, and he's got it done in Game 1, and really that momentum carried on until the late parts of the series, and Game 6, Game 7 was a win for these guys, and that was good enough to gather that 5 points after just winning 1 point at the first game and losing on every other game after that.
And then they ended up winning, keeping their cool to win the last 2 important tag matches.
The first time we saw a 5-1 situation turn back on its paper to win out in a 6-5 after those 2 tag wins. PengGanDi was the first team to do it, and now they're on to the semifinals.
Yep, and they definitely deserve it 100%. And wow, this was very, I've never seen this happen yet. And you know, next up is Sky from China versus RMB Gaming from Russia. And I hope I hope they can top this game off right now, because this game was amazing.
And you know what we talked about, not being able to predict anymore about what the results will be. This was probably the most unpredictable result of it all. And just for the next match, you got RMB Gaming versus Sky from China. I want to make prediction, but I feel like I'm not supposed to anymore.
Yeah, let's not make a prediction and just go to a short break very soon.
I think you're gonna, and you really want that short break. We're gonna give it to you. Have that short break and come back after a short commercial break. We're gonna be right back with Game 2 of this part of the quarterfinals. We'll be back to see who's gonna be the last semifinalist after this break.